this is just adorable. Hello, welcome in. This is a design from a free crochet along. If you are a crocheter, feel free to type in my pattern command in chat. This is not my design. This little cow was designed by Bernita, and she does some really cute stuff. But I wanted to make sure I hopped into Twitch and let people know that this pattern here will be available at the crochet along link that is now in chat. Thank you, Mama Jewel. It will be available until either Sunday night or Monday morning, and they switch over the patterns every Monday. So this pattern was posted on Monday. It'll be available through the end of this week, and then next week there'll be a new surprise pattern that will pop in on Monday. So thank you for putting the pattern link in there, Mama Jewel. I'm not affiliated with them. I enjoy their patterns. I enjoy their crochet alongs. They are fun, free patterns, so I just wanted to share the love. So just throwing that in there too, that I'm not affiliated with them, but I have enjoyed their crochet alongs since last year. They do tend to have very nice designers working with them, so it's really been worth it for me to hop in on the crochet alongs. And if you do all 5 designs, if you complete them, you take a photo and you post the photo of your completed amigurumi in their forum, you are in the running for prizes at the end of the month if you complete all of the designs in the crochet along. So I think, actually, let me look quick and I will see what the prizes were from last time. There were only 3 designs last time. One second, let me find this. And the page does load slowly. So if it's loading slowly for you, it's not you. It's not that it won't load. It does take a minute to load. I love My Little Pony. Yay! Have I crocheted one before? I have not crocheted a My Little Pony. There are some really cute patterns out there for My Little Pony critters. I should do some sometime. I'm going to run off and blow my nose. I'll be right back. All right, I can breathe. Thank you for off-stream mucus removal. Yes, I hope I muted the microphone too. I clicked mute. I hope it worked, because no one needs to deal with that. Oof. All right, Mora. Thank you for my treat. I'm going to enjoy this treat now that I can breathe. Thank you. You're getting ready for a doctor appointment. You know, those yearly exams. I hope it goes quickly, smoothly, minimal wait time. Your students also find the idea that you're working yourself up to getting a tattoo interesting. What tattoo idea do you have? I do not have a tattoo, but I do know exactly what I would get, where I would get it, and everything. I've been a phoenix for a very long time, since I was a teenager. That's always something that resonated with me. And I never had a clear idea of what I wanted that tattoo to look like until watercolor tattoo art became a thing like a few years ago. I don't know, at least 5 years ago, I think. I've seen a lot of watercolor tattoos since then, and I can picture what I want now. And I would have it like, you know, back on my shoulder blade, and I probably will not get a tattoo, but I don't know, it just feels good now that I can picture what it would look like exactly. You're going through the same thing yourself. Oh, you got a cold too, false idols. Yeah, I was saying earlier that I took 3 COVID tests because this was a monster mega cold. Like, I was exhausted. I felt just, oh, it was awful. And all 3 came up negative. So I know you can get false negatives, but if I took 3 and they were all different tests, like from different boxes, I figured, what are the odds that they're all lying to me? Normally they do nothing to report. I'm still unique. A tattoo of a skull and cross hooks. That's one of the stickers I want to do. And that's my dude. And I have a more detailed version that I had started making to be a sticker. And I started making it last year, and then I lost my art program, so I need to work on that again. Oh, DJ Kyoto, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. The flu this year is also bad. I've heard. I don't think I had the flu. I didn't have fever. And my skin felt weird, though. Like, you know how sometimes when you're really sick, your skin kind of feels tender and just wrong. I did have that, so I kind of wondered if I had the flu, but because I never really had a fever, I kind of wrote that off. The nurse told us it's worse than the Omicron variant. Oof. That's fun. We've got so much to look forward to. Sounds like a cold, yeah. Oh, tender skin means skin is swollen. Well, I guess my skin was swollen then. Yeah, that was not fun. But yeah, we're mostly good now. Just some sinus fun left over. I have an I'm sick. Its name doesn't really matter when your nose is a hose. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you call it. You just don't feel good and things suck. I get that. When he turned 50, the doctor wanted to send a film cue up your jack seat to watch the... Oh, you watched The Procurer? Oh, The Procedure on YouTube. And it was not happening, but I liked the camera now. Own an endoscope. Yeah, I have a friend who had to already have the colonoscopy done. I've heard stories from, you know, not like detailed stories, but just like from my in-laws. They were kind of like joking and like being like, oh yeah, that really sucks. Just wait till you get there. Like, thanks guys. Looking forward to it. Your 6-year-old gave you the flu? No. Your husband got a little, but he never had a fever. Oh. Well, like, all I know is, like, it started with a headache for both of us. For my daughter and me, which she doesn't usually get headaches. But it just flattened her. And she usually doesn't get beaten down by sicknesses that much. You know, even if she is sick, you know, she'll have like a slow day and then she just bounces right back. That was last week. We're better now. Oh. Nerd alert, you may have had the flu here. You did have fevers. Oh. Yeah, I need to look into getting the flu shot. I haven't had that in the last few years because of COVID. You know, I'd been masking, and like I said, I really only go out to the grocery store. So it's not like I'm out like licking people's faces or, you know, whatever people like to do. I'm sure that's what people like to do. But yeah, now that things are kind of like, you know, everyone's matriculating or however you want to talk about it now, I probably should get a flu shot again. I always used to before. And then, after 2 years of not having any colds or anything, you know, because of masking and isolating and everything, I can't tell if the few colds that I've had since then are worse than I used to have, or if I'm just a giant baby now after 2 years of never getting sick. It might be a bit of both. Are you normally out there licking people's faces? Well, I don't know. Like, maybe. Maybe. You know, as you do. You had a headache and you were dizzy for 3 days, but all good now. Yeah, my head has still been weird. Even like yesterday morning, I had to drive, and like it wasn't like being drunk. It was, but there was something weird going on with my perception. I did not want to drive. It was, yeah, whatever was going on. I don't know if it had to do with like my sinuses being all built up or what, but it was weird. I hated that feeling. So whatever it was, it sucked. And I don't want it to happen again. That would be great. Thanks. You'll be glad when you're 100%. It went through your body faster than your son's. Oh no, intestine time. Your 7-month-old didn't have any symptoms other than the more diaper changes. Oh, that's good. It's always really hard when the baby gets sick. You know, and the baby can't tell you where it hurts or how they can feel better. Yeah, that was always hard when my daughter was pre-verbal and she was sick, and I felt so useless. I couldn't do anything. Probably swollen sinuses. That's mostly what I think, but oof, sucks. Was it like your eyes could not quite keep up? Almost like, yeah, my brain felt like it was tracking slowly, but yeah, I think that sounds similar to what I was feeling, like your eyes couldn't keep up. Almost. Sorry for popping in here like a medical nerd. A medical household. Oh, nice. Yeah, no worries. No problems here. I like I said, I'm just glad that for the most part I'm back to normal. I have my normal energy levels again. It's all just in my sinuses right now, and whatever was going on the last like few days with my head and my face. And my husband never got it. So I mean, it's not like we needed 3 sick people to be dragging around the house, but still, I don't know how he escaped. Right, and this time, if anyone else is working on this cow, I think it looks cute as is, where, you know, the face is nice and round like this. But on this guy, what I think I'm going to do before I put the eyes in is I'm going to indent this very slightly. Very slightly. And I think I'm going to like the way that looks better. We will give it a go. But we're not up to the eyes quite yet. We're at the very bottom of the chin. Baby's probably fine at 6 weeks. His brother gave him the adenovirus, which presents like bad stomach flu. Both ends. Oh, I hate the both ends sickness. Both ends sickness is never a good time. Baby was 6 weeks, and the next month you inadvertently gave him a head cold. Probably got that from your oldest as well, because you never left the house. Yeah. Yeah, no, my husband has brought stuff home from college before, because he's a college professor. But usually it's our 9-year-old bringing junk home from school. Little germ factories. going to be cute when it's done. Thank you, Angie. It is a cute little pattern. So yeah, like I said, I have the black spots that I already did. We're doing the brown spots, and I think I will do pink spots just because I can. Actually, I kind of like they have the little horns. They're super cute little horns. And I think for the purposes of the crochet along, I will make one of the little red scarf that he's wearing. I will make one with a scarf just so that I can upload it and say, like, you know, here's my completed make. I would like to be in the running for the prizes this month. That would be fun, especially since they're using gift cards from the Safety Eye person that I really like to use. I like to use Suncatcher Craft Eyes from New York State. And that was one of the prizes in October. So if I can get in on that action, that would be cool. I like the matte expression the sample pic has. Yeah. I don't know if I'm giving mine a mouth. I might give it, like, you know, the little slits for the nose, but I don't think I'm going to give him a mouth. The other thing I could do, instead of a scarf, maybe I could do like a triangular bandana to tie around his neck. That could be cute. Where do you get the pattern, by the way? So, here's the basic information. So if you go to this website and you create a free account, it's basic. Like I've said before, I've worked with these designers since last year, and they're good people. They're not doing creepy things. And I haven't had any like weird emails or anything from signing up on this website. The reason they're using a separate forum is because people were being jerks on Instagram. They were trying to enter photos that weren't their photos, and it was just too much. So they did a private forum. That's why they've changed platforms. Yes, for the bandana? Yeah, I think I'll do that. Here, let me just open up. So when you open this up, it says crochet along and it says community forum. So what you would do first is in my account, up in the top blue menu, my account, and you create a free account for yourself. And it can be very basic. You don't have to like build up a profile or anything. And once you've made an account, if you look on this crochet along page, it says community forum, and the very bottom one with the little pink quotation, or not quotation, speech bubbles, says November 2022 Ugly Sweater Party Free Crochet Along. That's where you find the cow. Cowboy cow, exactly. Exactly, it's a cowboy cow. Oh, and you know what? I think I need to do an increase here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it's officially called the Ugly Sweater Crochet Along. So you'll find it inside that section of the forum. You don't get like a PDF to save or anything. You just get access to this pattern from now until either Sunday night or Monday morning. And every Monday they take down the old pattern and they put up a brand new pattern. So I do not know what the next pattern will be. I believe they have 5 designers. So there will be one new design for every week in November. And if you complete all of the designs and you have uploaded a photo of your completed project in their forum, you should be entered into their giveaways at the end of the month. Jefe Bezos, welcome in. Jefe. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. We are working on this little crochet along that just started on Monday. Kyoto Baby says hello. He's attempting to take your phone. Hello, baby. What hooks do you use for your amigurumi? Usually when I do amigurumi, I will use just worsted weight acrylic yarn. I know a lot of like the really like professional type amigurumi people will use cotton DK weight yarn or sport weight yarn that's like a thinner yarn. but I use like a larger worsted weight, just like a Red Heart Super Saver or similar. And what I'm using on this one is a 3.5 millimeter hook. And the type of hook that I like using, because on these smaller hooks, sometimes it can make your hands cramp up if you use like, you know, a thin thing like this, and I hold it like a knife hold. I think you can also hold it like this. I've seen a lot of people crochet this way, but I hold it like this and my hand can cramp up around it. So I use the Clover, I think it's Clover Amore is the name of this hook. Clover is the company that makes it, and I think Amore is the style. And that's usually what I do with my amigurumi. Sometimes I'll use a D hook. Sometimes I'll go up and use like an F hook. So, but I think the E hook is kind of generally what I'll use. You've got so many projects, you would not be able to make this on time. It sounds like it. I remember how many you said. And I get that for sure. Pencil method baffles my brain. Yeah, I've seen some people like working with that so quickly though. Like it looks so cool when they do it. And I haven't even attempted it because it just seems, I don't know, it would feel weird. It would feel weird. But I think it was only a few months ago that I learned that there were different ways to hold it. I thought this is the way that you hold a crochet hook. And thanks to Twitch, I know there's the pencil hold and the knife hold now. So, and I didn't know before, but there's different, let's see if I can find one of the other ones. Oh, I think you're one, aren't you? Yeah. So I knew that there are different styles of hooks. It's probably not the best one to show. And I think this one's the inline. I can't remember the terms for either. But there's this hook that's just like this nice rounded head with a nice rounded, you know, concave area underneath the hook. And then there's this one, which is much sharper. And apparently this is a good thing to use if you're using the pencil hold method. So like if you're crocheting like this, apparently, I didn't know that. And this one's a good one to use if you're using the knife hold like I use. I never knew that before. Oh, you use wooden hooks. I've seen some gorgeous wooden hooks. You hold a hook like a pen. Yeah, that, Way Why What? Welcome in. And yeah, that's the pencil hold. I've seen people do that, and I never knew that was a thing until just a few months ago when I saw a few people on Twitch. I think maybe there are maybe 3 of the crochet people that I follow on Twitch use that hold. But yeah, I never knew that was even an option. I didn't know it was a thing. Your left-handed brain could never. My daughter is left-handed, and I need to try to teach myself left-handed crochet so I can teach her how to crochet. I haven't started learning that either. But she has been interested in crocheting, and like the mirror method hasn't worked. And initially I tried to see if she could learn how to crochet using her right hand. Because, I mean, as a right-handed person, there are things that I do with my left hand, you know, like not craft stuff, but I don't know, like, you know, carrying your yarn. I do that with my left hand, even when I'm knitting. I don't know. I just figured it was worth a try, but it didn't work out. Kyoto, you recently learned to crochet 5 months ago. Your mom, exactly that. She tried teaching you. She's right-handed, so you taught yourself to knit and you translated the stitches to crochet. That's interesting. I learned to crochet when I was really young, and my grandma crocheted and knitted, but she did more knitting, so she also tried to teach me knitting. And I cannot remember how she taught me. I think she taught me to carry the working yarn in my right hand, and I think that's why I really didn't get it. But I later have taught myself to knit. I taught myself in like 2014, 2015 off of YouTube. And because I'm used to carrying my yarn in my left hand to crochet, that's what I do for my knitting also. But for knitting, I also anchor my left hook, or my left needle when I knit. It's similar to the Shetland style of knitting. And yeah, that's how I get through with knitting. Nerd alert, cherry wood hand carved. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, I have seen some beautiful wooden hooks. I've never tried, I do like bamboo needles for knitting, but I've never tried a wooden hook for crocheting. You can name one person who does the pencil hold on Twitch. I'm trying to remember. I think Himawari Craft Shop does pencil hold. I think she does. And there's at least one other person that I follow. Using those hooks looks like they're for fishing nets. Ooh, projects in Discord. Oh, nice. Yeah, the blanket yarn you were talking about. Let's see. Here's Angie's stuff in Discord. Oh, I like that yarn too. That's a nice, not quite marled, but I like the look of that. That's very cute. Oh, and that's pretty. Oh, I used this yarn. This yarn I used to make a donut cat. It came out really nice. Those are pretty colors. Oh, I like that. That would be a really nice pillow idea to make, actually. I might have to think about making that for my niece for Christmas. That would be a fairly simple project. So, you know, like, we go crazy at Christmas, us crafters, if we're crafting for the people that we love. So having something that's not super intricate is super helpful. Kyoto, what you do is you use your left hand as tension and your left hand is putting the yarn over the hook. Your right just pulls it through. For knitting? For knitting or for crochet? Oh, for the hook. So you're talking about crochet. My daughter, I've got her, she'll do chains. And so she's a left-handed person. She'll hold the hook in her right hand, but she'll do this. And then, yeah, she'll use her hand to, you know, pull it through. So like this is how she does her chains. And this is too tight. I can't do it here. But yeah, she'll do her chains like this.